What is up, guys? I got a good one for you. It's all about how reality cooking shows have influenced us. Whether you're a home cook or you work in a restaurant, you have been impacted by these reality TV shows. And in today's video, we're gonna see exactly what these reality shows have done to influence and to inspire us. Or maybe they have a negative impact. Today I'm gonna cover all of this. So this video actually has some statistics, so make sure you stick around to the end to get all the information. So let's start from the beginning. Back in the day, if you were a foodie, you were going through the local newspaper looking for these hot new restaurants. If you called yourself a foodie back in the day, you were probably trying to master your own home cooking, and you were traveling some distance to find some harder ingredients to work on more difficult recipes. But the majority of the people wouldn't do that. In 1993, the Food Network came around. What the Food Network did is it made cooking shows more available to people so they could watch all day, every day if they wanted to. By 2010, over 100 million households were watching cooking shows, and by 2011, there were more than 100 cooking shows for the households to choose from. Additionally, Food Network came around and they started listing recipes on their website so that you could cook the same dishes that you're seeing on TV. So now we see other streaming platforms coming around like Hulu and Netflix and Amazon Prime, and they're showing these cooking videos too, which is inspiring chefs and it's inspiring home cooks to go master their craft. Before these shows came around, only serious foodies would have known who Gordon Ramsay was. Milk Bar wouldn't have blown up so fast if it wasn't for Christina Tozzi going on MasterChef. No one would be going home to Master Barbecue so that they could one day beat Bobby Flay. So what these cooking shows have done is they have really lit a fire under chefs and home cooks to go master their craft. It's been inspiring people to go immerse themselves in different cultures and different cuisines, to learn more and to educate themselves on food. But here's the thing, there is a downside to these cooking programs. Cornell University did a study on 500 women, and they found a direct correlation with watching cooking shows and gaining weight. A professor at the University of Vermont named Liz Pope made a comment to the Washington Post that the reason people are gaining weight from watching these shows is because it's basically advertising unhealthy dishes and unhealthy eating styles. There's also a direct correlation with people that are overweight and the amount of TV that they watch. So something else their study revealed is that people that get the recipes from cookbooks as opposed to people that watch reality TV and cooking shows did not have weight gain. So that's one of the main things we're seeing with these cooking shows is our health and our weight. Cooking shows that are geared more towards helping people find a healthy diet aren't as popular as the ones that show those greasy burgers or the greasy pizza or the best wings in town or how to make the perfect French fry. That's really what people want to see. So these cooking shows are actually doing us a disservice in that sense. Now the Library of National Medicine actually posted their own study. Their research was on children. What their research showed is that kids that were at home that had parents playing shows about healthy food had a direct correlation with a positive diet. And likewise, when kids were watching shows about unhealthy food, it had a direct correlation with their diet, and they were showing weight gain at a young age. Now, as a professional chef, I can tell you, these reality shows are great. I enjoy watching them. I enjoy watching other people cook. But because I work as a professional chef, I can tell you that it's not realistic. The purpose of a TV show is to get the audience captivated. So they're gonna do anything to draw you in. What they're not doing is they're not showing the downsides of the industry, and they're not representing the restaurant industry in an accurate light. Yes, they do inspire you to become educated on food, but there is a dark side of the industry that they don't show you. We've all seen Gordon Ramsay hold up a piece of raw chicken and saying, "It still has feathers." But food safety actually goes a lot deeper than that. All they do is they show you the jokes and the funny comments that the professional chefs are making, but there's so much more to be concerned about. You have to worry about cooking temperatures, cross-contamination, cooling procedures, anything dealing with the food code and food safety they don't talk about. It's not just about making sure that the chicken's cooked the correct way. There's so much more to the industry that goes untold. These reality TV shows don't show you anything about measurements and conversions, even though it's a backbone of cooking. Reality shows always talk about balancing flavors and making sure you have different textures, that way you can have a more complex dish. But they never show you how to do it or never educate you on that. It's also important to mention that this drama you see isn't the reality either. Functional kitchens don't work like that. A lot of people have the idea in their head that working in an industry is just like Hell's Kitchen, but it's not. If the head chef in a kitchen is running around yelling at everybody, everyone's just gonna quit and go work for somebody else. It's not the real world. No one really has the reputation of Gordon Ramsay to where they can just put on a white chef coat and go around yelling at their employees. They will quit so fast and you're gonna be the one cooking there yourself. It's also important to mention someone like Gordon Ramsay is just a character on Hell's Kitchen. Same way it's a character on MasterChef Junior. He's just playing the role. He's getting paid to do that. His real personality and the way he runs the kitchen is probably somewhere in the middle. These reality TV shows are also making it look easier than it is. So here's the point of this video. If you're a home cook and you want to be a chef and you want to go to culinary school, I would slow down and I would first get a job as a line cook. That way you can experience it firsthand. What we're seeing from these reality TV shows is that people are being inspired to be chefs. They're going to school and they're paying $30,000 to $60,000, maybe even more for a culinary degree. And they expect to get out and for it to be exactly like it is on reality television. But I'm telling you, that's not the case. You're gonna have to start at the bottom. You're gonna have to be a line cook first. And line cooks, starting out, don't get paid that much. Having the degree isn't anything without the first-hand knowledge. You gotta put the two together. So if you wanna be serious about a chef, go get first-hand knowledge first. Be a line cook, experience it. Because the truth is, the dark side of this industry is that you're working 12-hour days. You're gonna get cut all the time. You're gonna get burned all the time. You're gonna slip all the time. You're gonna be faced with so much adversity that it hurts. It's gonna drive stress right into you. Dish machine's gonna go down and you have to go back there with your dishwashers and scrub dishes. And the dining room is still expecting plates to come out at the same speed. A pipe's gonna burst and the kitchen's gonna get flooded. And the food's still expected to go out with the same quality, even though you can't be locked in on the line where you're supposed to be. You're over there scrubbing water off the floor. You have a table of 15 that just came in and sat down, and they all want the shrimp pasta, but your delivery came late and you're still thawing it out. And there's no way you can make that dish. You opened a restaurant and you got there at 5, it's 4 o'clock in the afternoon, time for you to go home, but you're missing 3 line cooks. So now you either gotta figure it out or you gotta stay and work an extra 8 hours. These are the problems chefs are faced with every single day, and it's stressful. But it's the chefs that can go into an environment like this, push through it, push through the adversity, and continue to grow and develop their skill set that are successful. And before you pay $30,000 to $60,000 for a college degree, you should go experience it first. Because this industry is not for everybody. And you're not going to get the same fame and recognition as Chef Ramsay or Christina Tosi or Bobby Flay or any of these other famous chefs that you see on TV. And just because you're a line cook with a culinary degree does not mean that they're going to throw you right into management. You're going to have to work your way up first. And it's very, very difficult to get a manager job if you don't have it on your resume already. So it requires time and work ethic and patience. And then once you're a manager, there's a whole other job out there waiting for you. You have to learn the reports of the restaurant. You have to understand waste reports. You have to understand inventory management, food costs, actual versus theoretical, labor, guest per labor hour, sales per labor hour. You have to read a P&L. And you also have to manage people, which is a skill set in its own, and that takes years to develop and master. So these reality TV shows where a home cook comes in and the winner of the reality TV show gets to go be an executive chef at this amazing restaurant, that's not realistic. It takes years and years of practice, development, and sacrifice for you to get to that point. So even though these reality TV shows do a great thing by inspiring you to learn about food and to immerse yourself in other cultures, the problem is that it's not an accurate reflection of the industry. So if there's one thing that you take away from this video, it is before you get your culinary degree to go experience it yourself. And if you're a home cook, don't get discouraged. There's editors and producers and a lot of talent behind making those videos look good, and it's gonna take time for you to get to a high level. So be patient at home, stick with it, try to balance your diet with healthy recipes and unhealthy recipes. And everyone as a whole, we can just go out there, have fun, learn about food and cook. We can do something we enjoy. All right guys, thank you for watching this video. Please subscribe. It helps me go a long way of positively impacting restaurant and kitchen employees. I also have a lot of shorts on food science and a lot of weird questions about food that I was curious about, so it inspired me to go make little shorts about it. So check out my short section as well. There's just a lot of great information.